guys, it's Amy with A2Z Stamping, and I'm so excited it's finally June 1st and I can show you the inside of the catalog. This catalog is full of resources and all kinds of cool things, and I thought I would go through it with you. I'm not going to go through every page, but I thought I would show you how the catalog works and how there's several tools in here to help you understand what's going on. It's really quite cool. So let's get started. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to turn here to this page, to the second page, and I stuck my Post-it so I know where to stop. All right, so first of all, on this page, on page 2, they quickly give you the, you can look for these symbols in the catalog, and it just shows you, like, if there's this little guy, then there's a YouTube video, things like that you can find, and new, 10% off, so those are bundles that'll be off. It lists all the sweets here. All right, over here, this page, it shows you the difference between the clear mount or wood mount stamps, those are both the red rubber, and photopolymer, and shows you sort of the differences and why you would possibly want to use one over the other. Sorry guys, my light is weird. I'm going to move that. There we go. All right, well, let's get to the good stuff here. All right, so I'm going to be skipping around like I said. So first of all, it starts with all the kits. So there's a section with several kits, and the nice thing about the kits, I buy these all the time as gifts for people. They typically come with everything you need to make, like several cards, as you can see in them. Lots of kits. This one's carrying over the Soft Sayings card kit. You can ignore my highlights. That's just stuff I have. So first we have all the kits. And then the catalog is broken down by categories. So the first category they call the everyday occasions. And one thing I really like is each of the sections is showcasing one of the new colors. So this is the lovely lipstick. And so you can kind of see a little bit better what it looks like. So these would be your everyday occasion stamps. All right. Then there's several suites within each section. So this one right here is called the Tea Room Suite, and it always shows you all of the things that coordinate with that stamp set that goes with the suite. But this stuff can also be found in the, like the ribbon can be found in the ribbon section, framelits can be found in the framelit section, paper in the paper section, etc. Now, one nice thing is, remember, anytime you see this 10% off, that means you save 10% when you bundle the framelits with the stamp set. It could be a it's not always framelits though, it could be a punch or something along those lines. So look for that. They only offer the bundle when it's brand new. So even though stuff might carry over for several years, you can only save the money when it's new. So definitely take advantage of that. All right. We're going to flip along. We're still in the everyday occasions section. Now, if you're going through the catalog, you will come across a page that's pink like this. And at first I was like, well, what's that about? All right, this is so cool, you guys. They show you up here a project you can make, and there's several of these. In fact, I'll show you all of them in the catalog, but it says you can make it, and you can, there's an item number right here, and if you order that item number, you get all the stuff listed here so that you can create this project. So in this case, this item number is to make this little piggy cards. You will get the stamp set, you'll get a block D, right here, this guy. You will get the Whisper White Memories and More Cards and Envelopes. That's a new product. You'll get the Memento ink. You'll get the Granny Apple Green blends and a Petal Pink Stampin' blends, and you will get the Baker's Twine. So they don't send, I don't know if they send you instructions or not. I guess I haven't seen that yet, but you can always refer back to the catalog and make it. As you can see, you can just copy what they did. But isn't that so cool? So there's an item number if you're saying, I just want to make that card. Otherwise, there's just the regular stamp set that you can buy down below. So I thought that was pretty slick. All right, we're flipping along. All right, so when you're looking at the stamp sets, oops, I don't want to rip my catalog, you will notice some of the stamp sets are all solid white, but some are this cream color. Whenever they're in a cream color, that means they coordinate, there is a punch that it coordinates with. And in this case right here, it coordinates with this punch. So whenever you see cream color, it coordinates with a punch. It's a different color if they coordinate with framelits, and I'll show you that in a second. So anytime throughout the catalog you're seeing that, remember there's a punch that will punch those out. Okay, our next, so this is still all the everyday. Then we go to the birthday section. So I gotta be more careful when I pull these out. And again, this one's in the Grapefruit Grove color. Isn't that so pretty? I love this color. So we have the whole birthday section, and you can flip through. So if you know you're looking for a birthday stamp set, this is a good section to go to. And here we go. We have another one of these pink ones and another one of these. You can make it. So if you're saying, oh, I love this, I want to create this, again, here's the item number, and it comes with all the stuff you need to make this birthday card. Pretty cool, right? The next section after birthdays is kids and babies section. And this is the this is Daffodil Delight, this color, which is not a new color, but I love that. So the kids and baby section, so if you're looking for stuff for that, this is where you would look through all the cuteness. All right, next we have the holiday section, which is typically going to be just Christmas. We do have a holiday catalog that will come out September 1st-ish that will have a lot more stuff. So this is the new Granny Apple Green, in case you were wondering. All right. Okay, so now, if you guys remember, in the Celebration catalog this year, there was a stamp called, I think, Heartfelt Blooms. It was one of the brand new distinctive stamp sets that Stampin' Up! Said, excuse me, they're coming out with. This catalog has several of them in it. And right down here, this Stylish Christmas is one of the brand new distinctive. And can you see it has the little distinctive mark on it? So that means, if you remember that Heartfelt Blooms, it almost looks realistic when it's stamped. It's something you kind of have to see to totally get. But so this one, and you can see here, let's see, is that part of, right here, these, aren't those so pretty? So here's one of the brand new distinctive stamp sets. Again, see how it's cream color? Because there is a coordinating punch that goes along with it. So remember, that's what that means, because it's not always going to be on the page. Okay, so after the holidays section, we have the love, thanks, and support section. So this is where, you know, all of your thank you sentiments. The color here is the new Coastal Cabana. Pretty, right? Sorry guys that I'm rushing. I just don't want this video to be super long. Okay, here's another distinctive stamp right down here. Isn't that gorgeous? This one's called Healing Hugs. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a class with this one. But that flower is stunning. Do you see it stamped on here? Gorgeous. All right. So we're going to keep going. Okay, here's another one of those You Can Make It. This time it's not in pink, it's in green, but it's the You Can Make It. And this one is to make these Daisy Delight cards. So again, if you use this item number, you will get the Daisy Delight stamp set, a D block, the note cards and envelopes, Old Olive and Sahara Sand ink pads, and the Daisy Punch. And you'll be able to recreate these. Fun. Okay. Okay, after the thank you section, we move to the artistic expression section. So I think this is kind of like everything else, right? And this is Blackberry Bliss, one of the returning colors. Okay, so here's where I wanted to show you. So we talked about how cream, like this, that means it coordinates with a punch. Now, if they're solid, filled in, see how this one is like this bluish color, that means there's thinlets or framelets that coordinate with it. And it's like that throughout the whole catalog. They're like that throughout the whole catalog. See, these ones are bluish, whereas these all stay white, but that's because there's framelets. This one, there's one punch that coordinates with that, but the rest there is nothing. So you can see, oh, these two are cream, so there's a punch. These don't have any that coordinate. So if you look to the bottom of each description, it actually tells you the cream color coordinates with, and it tells you which punches it actually coordinates with and what page you can find them on. And this tells you which framelets or thinlets it coordinates with. So make sure you're reading carefully when you're going through, so that you're getting all of the stuff that goes along with it. See this one? So there's a punch that coordinates with the leaves only, but nothing else with this stamp set. I find that very helpful. I'm a real visual person. Here's another one of the You Can Make It. This one's in purple. So this stamp set, again, you can put this item number in and you get everything listed here to create these stamps, or to create these cards. There's Lovely as a Tree. I think that'll be in the catalog forever. Here's another distinctive stamp set. So again, those are those realistic looking ones. And this one is Koi Fish. Isn't that cool? Really pretty. And down here, two more distinctive, and these are background stamps. But I think these are so cool. I can't wait to get my hands on these. This is another distinctive stamp set called Seize the Day. Oops. Gotta be careful with my super strong Post-its here. So this is another realistic looking stamp set. And again, if it has the little tiny end, that means it's a new stamp set. So it's brand new this year. So if you're ever going, oh, do I already have that? If you can't remember, if it's new, you wouldn't already have it. So this one, so it's got a lot in the blue. That means there's coordinating framelits, and it does tell us it coordinates with the storybook scene thinlits dies. And oh, there's a 10%. Right now, since this is brand new, if you buy them together, you save 10% off the bundle. So see, there's a lot going on in the catalog. All right. Now, toward the back here, there's always the angel policy. Did you guys know that anything, if you sell anything that you make with Stampin' Up! Products, whether you're a demonstrator or not, they do have an angel policy because all of their images are copyrighted. So what you need to do is you always need to put one of their stamps that shows that it's Stampin' Up! Or copyrighted. And so you could buy this stamp set, the Crafting Forever, they tell you there's the little copyrighted Stampin' Up! That you just need to add to the back of your items. Or this Make a Difference stamp set, which is brand new, has the copyright Stampin' Up! So either of these stamp sets will work, and you just simply have to add it to the back of anything that you sell. I know a lot of people like to sell things at craft fairs and things like that. If you're just giving a card away, that's fine. Don't worry about that. But remember, if you're selling it, all of the images are copyrighted, so you need to just add that little mark to the back. All right, and finally, my favorite section of the whole catalog is the accessories section. And this is the Night of Navy, which, you know, we love. So I'm going to actually go through this section. Okay, so first I want to show you this very first page. It's actually page 182 of the catalog. So we have a lot of brand new colors, either returning colors or brand new colors. And if you already own all of the inks or all of the markers and you only need the new stuff, perfect, you can buy them. So here you can get all of the brand new ink colors right here. And if you buy this bundle, you actually save 10% off the price. So that's really nice. So it's all the brand new colors. And you can do the same thing with all of the markers. So if you already own all of the markers, but you just need the new colors, you can buy this set right here. And then they have a cardstock pack of just the new colors where you get 2 each of all 16 colors. So if you just want to get started, this is a great way to go. So this is right at the very beginning. Okay, then after that, like normal, we have our in colors page. And with the in colors, you can get everything in 8.5 by 11 cardstock or 12 by 12 cardstock again, which is great. I'm glad to see. They also have designer series paper in the in colors now, which is cool. I'll show you that in a second. You can order just the stamp pads in the in colors, or you can order them individually. The markers, you can order the sets of 5. And then there are, there's embossing powders. There's a few other embellishments too that go along. Okay, so we have each of the colors. So with the neutrals family, there's also a basics. Whisper White, Very Vanilla, and Basic Black are right there. The 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and then the black marker. I haven't seen a 12 by 12 basic black cardstock in the catalog. I'm not sure if that was just missed or if they're not selling basic black and 12 by 12 anymore, but otherwise all the colors are available in 12 by 12 again, which is really nice to see. All right, so we have our color families. Then we have our designer series paper. So all of the suites are listed. And this is where you can see them all. You can see the colors that they coordinate with. There's cardstock packs that coordinate just with the designer series paper. And then this is what I was talking about down here. There's now 6 by 6 designer series paper in all 4 of the color families. So it looks like you have stripes, 2 with stripes, 2 with dots. And there's all of the in colors. So that's nice to have this back again. Then you have your paper and packaging. So this would be your thick cardstock, your vellum, the window sheets. The glimmer paper is all new. It's all been reformulated. So it's not like the glimmer paper you've had in the past. The only new color is the rose, but all of them are new. Like you can rub it on you guys, and you don't get glitter everywhere. It's amazing. The foil paper, the glossy paper, all of our bags and boxes. Then we have the Memories and More section, and here's another You Can Make It. So if you would like to recreate this little scrapbook, you can order everything here and you'll get all the stuff to do this little scrapbook, a little 6 by 8 album. And we have all of our Memories and More card kits. then we have the embellishments. So this is where you see all of the embellishments, and it goes on to this page as well. So lots of new stuff. A lot of stuff is gone, but a lot of new stuff. Then we have all of our ribbons, and you can see pretty much most of it is new. After that, all of the coloring tools. So the Many Marvelous markers say new because they've created a new box, so all 40 of the markers from the color families fit in, plus the 10 in colors. So this one is a different box, but if you order that set of markers just to fill in all the new colors, you'll get a new insert to go in. But you won't have enough space for all of your in colors anymore, which I think is okay. So there's that. We have embossing powder now in the in colors. This is where you get your black ink now. So there's the Stays On ink, and your Memento ink is right here. This is the white. We also have the Stampin' spots. These are just empty little spots that you can use a re-inker to make whatever color you'd like. But this is where you get your accessories and things like that, your blender pens, your aqua painters, embossing tools, all that kind of stuff. Then we have the blends, and you guys look at all the blends. There's so many new ones. See all these ends? New. I can't wait to get my hands on these. So these are all the Stampin' Blends colors. And with Stampin' Blends, you can buy the single markers or you can buy the pair. There's no savings in buying the pair, so it doesn't really matter. And here's another, you can make it. So if you want to make these butterflies, everything you want to make this card. Then we have our accessories page. So this is all of the blocks. And remember, if you buy all the blocks in a bundle, you do save 10%. The cases are back in the catalog, which is wonderful. I use these all the time. So you can get wide cases, half wide cases, or the single cases. And you guys know I keep all my blends in the wide cases by color family. The Stamparatus right here, there are magnets that you can buy, more magnets if you want. We've got our scoring, our trimmer, all the accessories for that, your envelope punch board, all of the punches. Then we get to our adhesives page, and it's got this little graph down below with the suggested use, and it actually tells you which, when you would use each of the different adhesives. So that's really helpful if you're trying to decide, well, should I buy, you know, foam adhesive strips? And this tells you what it works best on, what you would use it for. When should I use snail? When should I use tear and tape? Things like that. We have the Big Shot right here, and this is a really great tool. So we get into our framelits and thinlits page. So you will see here that there's the gray, the green, and then this, like this mint macaron color, we'll call it, seafoam color. Okay, so the gray tells you when something is a standard die. So for instance, this Animals Friends Thinlits, it's all in gray. So it's a standard die, and it actually shows you how to build your sandwich, which is really helpful, especially if you're new to the Big Shot. So when you're using any of the framelits in the gray, you would just do your standard dies. Now, down here, this beautiful layers thinlits, you'll notice some of them are gray, but one of them's in the green. So you look green, that's because it's a detailed die. And it shows you how to build your sandwich for a detailed die. And they actually are recommending the precision base plate. So that's really helpful. And then finally, if you see something in this seafoam color or this mint macaron color, that means it's an embossing die, and it tells you how to build that sandwich. And a lot of times people are confused because they don't realize they have an embossing die, and they're like, why isn't it cutting? Well, because it's an embossing die. It's meant to emboss, not cut, and I'll show you that. All right, so right here, the bubble over, it shows you all of these are standard dies, but these ones are embossing dies, so they just emboss something. And they also do cut out, but they cut out and emboss the image. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So this is really helpful when you're looking at this, because you might say, well, I don't own the precision base plate, and I don't like working with the intricate dies, and I see this one, the whole thing is green, which means it's a pretty intricate die, a detailed die. So maybe you would think about, well, if I just have to have this thinlet set, then I'm going to also get the precision base plate. All right, so that's one nice thing about all the framelits and thinlits, is they show you that. All right, and then here on this page, we have the Big Shot accessories. So there's something new here called a Big Shot embossing mat, which is super cool, and I'm sure you're going to be seeing all kinds of videos on this soon. But this makes it so that any of your framelits or thinlits can become something to just emboss with. So maybe you don't want the image cut out. So let's say this right here. See these stars? Well, maybe you don't want this star actually cut out, but you want to emboss with it. Well, now with this embossing mat, you can do that. It's really cool. I'm sure I'll be showing a video soon of how to do that. You've got your precision base plate, your magnetic platform, if you ever need to buy a new platform, and then I'm constantly having to buy a new standard cutting pad, so those are right there. They really do last forever. I just don't like mine when they get all scratched looking. That's just my pickiness. All right, and then finally we have the embossing folders. And same thing, we have this Calypso Coral color. So these are standard embossing folders and shows you how to build your sandwich. And then you've got this Grapefruit Grove color, and these ones are the dynamic, and they show you how to build your sandwich. So you can see what the difference is. Oh, these ones are regular, but these ones are dynamic, and it requires a different sandwich. So remember, the catalog is very helpful for things like that. Right here on this page, it shows you if you want to host, like, so if you want to have a party, or you just want to have a catalog party, or you just want to shop yourself, the rewards that you earn. And Stampin' rewards are important. I'll show you in a second. Excuse me, if you're interested in joining, it's the same as always, $99 to join. But the reason these Stampin' rewards are important is because from this point forward, you can only buy these sets with your Stampin' rewards, just for hosts. So if you are in love with one of these stamp sets, well, you just need to get enough order together so that you get rewards so that you can buy these. I've noticed that this one's quite popular. Okay, then on page 230, it lists all of the stamp sets alphabetically. I refer to this all of the time. So they're alphabetical. It tells you the price for wood mount and clear mount and photopolymer if they have that, and it tells you what page it's on. So I refer to this all of the time so that I can find something in the catalog. And this is all the stamp sets. And then if you're just needing a sentiment, this page starting on 234 is like all of the stamp sets with sentiments just at a quick glance. So if you're like, oh, I just need something really quick, and you can glance and you're like, oh, perfect, this is what I need, this thinking of you. Okay, do I have this stamp set? Here's the page it's on, and you can go find it. So this is also a really helpful resource. And then finally at the end, Paper Pumpkin, just information about that. And that is the end of the brand new catalog. That's so exciting. So anyway, you guys, if you want to get your hands on a catalog, I send them to all of my customers. All you have to do is place any size order on my shopping page, A2Z Stamping at .stampinup.net, or take one of my online classes, or subscribe to my Paper Pumpkin, and I'll be happy to send you a catalog so you can get one in your hands. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.